Welcome to Palais, Mermon.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryou Commission came by.
Huh? Why? Do they know? Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything to you, did they?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because it's a fire hazard. But they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew Sakujiro was inside. Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window. The Tenryou Commission wasn't able to capture him.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time to make his mind up. Pops, did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him. Good point. Names. We need names. Suddenly showing up like this, surely it must be Keisuke's doing. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at... I wish I'd caught their names. But I didn't hear a thing.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. Thanks. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. We can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's track them down. It's Moshizaka and his friends. Let's
Hi, Yoimiya! Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai ready yet?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. You can go collect them from my house later.
Aren't you gonna play with us, Yoimiya?
I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now. I'll be back later on. But I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy, the one you guys love.
Yay! We're gonna get candy! Woohoo!
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of scary-looking men come by here at all?
Yep, we did. It looked like they were chasing someone.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
No, don't worry. It's all just a big misunderstanding. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play with you after the fireworks start.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you, Yoimiya.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryou Commission over there!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right?
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting past.
Ugh, what a nuisance! Fuse is lit!
I must withdraw. I must
Dust!
I must withdraw.
Fire hazard!
I must withdraw.
dare you impede the work of the Tenryou Commission? You will be punished for your actions. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of—
Look at that! The one with the loudest mouth. We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated. So you should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate, I accept it.
But your return says that you finally came
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryou Commission. The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this!
Hey, I know you. You're Naganohara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
Then why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance you've been waiting.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryou. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking about? And just who do you think you're kidding? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else— I can see it in your faces. You both have so—
Don't flatter yourself. What would you—
Yoimiya, leave it.
No, I won't leave it. I'm Keisuke. You seem to like settling things with— If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your— And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why— If you don't say anything now, you may never have another chance.
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryou Commission's punishment.
Yoimiya.
I accept. Let's settle this with a duel.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
Backup? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! All right, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
Do this too much.
Must draw.
Sir, they are too strong. We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand down.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was. Why were you so convinced that we had things to say to each other?
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back, but he did order a firework from me. Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard— And that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
The reason I came back is that... It wasn't that I'd changed my mind. I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to escape from... I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Lee. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma. But then I happened to hear about the Sakoku decree. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of change?
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that... After all...
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy for me. But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I couldn't ignore it any longer.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, and I desired nothing more than to see her will done. But now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate people's visions. It's not what I signed up for when I joined the Tenryou Commission. I do wonder. The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
What will you say to the higher-ups?
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long and complicated, but it can be done. I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to... And don't kick the bucket on the way.
Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe not. I'll be demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage clause. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something I had planned all along. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my actions...
But I think you did the right thing. And look, now you've made...
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive.
That's only because I know your parents so well.
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two...
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid...
Ah, I see. Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned that Sakujiro ordered a firework from me, didn't I? I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be...
Thank you very much.
No worries. And don't miss out on the start of the...
Yoimiya! The way you took command of that...
What can I say? I like to talk. I'm a strong believer in the power of words. If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring at it without doing anything, Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship. But that's no... Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to watch the fireworks. My pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you.
Huh? Oh. Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So, Yoimiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yoimiya?
Shh.
Huh? Oh.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful I could weep. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed. Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh, Paimon saw it! It was one of the best ones!
That's what I wanted to hear. I was hoping it would leave a deep... No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the fireworks you saw tonight. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will... Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now.
You know, Yoimiya, you seem to turn into...
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being quietly watching something you made with your own hands. You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend for Keisuke's parents, and for Keisuke and Sakujiro. Oh yeah, right, beliefs!
As for me, to be honest, even though
Seriously? Huh. Paimon was expecting something deep and philosophical.
well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate watching fireworks with the things that are most precious to them. Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desires. But people's feelings don't just disappear. And it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas, because so if we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family, and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Inazuma is not such a bad place. I'm having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking about, right? As usual. How strange. It's never this quiet here. Toma's playing his ventriloquist game again, huh? Toma? Toma! Hey, you can come out now. Paimon's seen you already. Oh, not a peep. So where the heck is he then? Huh, what's got Taro Maru so worked up today? He's always such a good boy.
Hello. Have either of you seen Toma?
No, we thought he'd be with you. Why? Has something happened?
Then it's as I feared. On the way here, I heard that Toma had been taken away by the Tenryou Commission. I wasn't certain whether it was true, so I came right here. The fact that he hasn't arrived here as we arranged suggests that it is true. The Raiden Shogun is holding a vision hunt ceremony at the statue of the omnipresent god today to mark the 100th vision seized under the decree. And the 100th vision bearer in question, the one who will have their vision seized, I fear, is Toma.
Hold up a second. So the ceremony that Toma said the Tenryou Commission were busy preparing for?
I believe so. The Shogun and the Tenryou Commission see the ceremony as a milestone. This cannot happen. I must go and rescue him.
Yeah, like it or not, you represent the whole Yashiro Commission. So if you go and pull a stunt like that, you're basically declaring you and the Raiden Shogun are... And by doing it so publicly, you might be implicating...
There is no other option. I must act with haste. He is my friend. But... Okay, I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, Ayaka. A friend's life is on the...
Capable of using elemental energy without a fission. You are an exception, it appears. Exceptions. The enemy of eternity. You will be inlaid upon this statue. There is much to verify about you.
Let's dance.
Strike dead!
No escape!
You are an enemy that requires special attention. Inferior. Inferior. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Go, Barbara, go! Ouchie!
Inferior.
Let the show be.
I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. This ends now.
Quick!
Let's dance.
Evasion is futile. Inferior. You are an enemy that requires special attention.
Not so hard!
Go, let the show begin.
Instabilities will be removed. Inferior. Strike dead.
Go.
This ends now. You face the lightning directly. Commendable.
Wake up, wake up!
Shogun, who was that?
Seize him under the decree. Next time, I will strike twice.
Why have we stopped here?
In case you've forgotten, the Komore Tea House is the safest place for me to hide in this area. The only thing is, I probably won't be able to leave again for some time. Go to Tatarasuna and find the resistance. The Shogun's army is almost certainly about to issue a warrant for our arrest.
Paimon's pretty sure Ayaka mentioned them before. Oh yeah!
That's right. The resistance was founded by Sango no Miya Kokumi, the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island. Currently, it's her subordinate, Goro, who leads them in their war against the Shogun's army. However, the Yashiro Commission is not on especially close terms with the resistance. So your dealings with us would normally... but you're different. So that shouldn't work against you. The only issue is that we can't be sure of the resistance force's current location. You'll likely pass through territory occupied by the Shogun's army at some point. Don't worry about me. I can remain hidden when I want to. I won't...
We gotta hurry up! The Tenryou Commission could be right around the corner! Let's get out of here!
What a lucky day! There's more! Finally,
No pain, no gain.
I'll protect us.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy. Oh my.
dust!
You've been a naughty boy. Yep. He. Yeah. He. Oh my.
I heard they added a couple more people to the wanted list. They're high-priority targets, apparently.
But most of our forces are out on the front line. How are we supposed to effectively prioritize them? We'll just have to make sure we keep our eyes peeled.
I wonder how they're faring on the front line. Last thing I heard was that we'd pushed the resistance back to just northwest of Musojin Gorge. I don't know if that's true.
I doubt it. Their rearguard isn't far from there. We're gaining ground at the moment, but I don't think we pushed them back that far. Anyway, we should focus.
Fair point.
Northwest of Musojin Gorge. So that's where the resistance forces are based. We should keep asking around though, just to be safe.
No pain, no gain.
Oh, hey. You managed to escape too?
Yeah. Where are you headed?
Higi Village. I've heard the rumors, but it's still gotta be a safer place than a war zone. What about you?
Don't get me started. I was recuperating on Nizuchi Beach. It's complete chaos over there. The Resistance aren't having an easy time of it. They don't have the manpower for an all-out confrontation, so they can't the front line used to be further forward, but they had to retreat a couple of times. Now they're back to Nizuchi Beach. And that's where I've just come from. I was lucky to get out. It's much too dangerous. Their forces are so scattered that no one knows who's who and anyone you run into. I think we need to keep moving. Things are changing so fast.
Agreed. Why don't we stick together? Can't hurt to team up with someone.
Nizuchi Beach. Sounds like that's where the Resistance and the Shogun's army are battling it out right now.
Let's spark things up a little. Don't be such a brute.
I'll keep this close.
Let the show begin.
Blitz.
Go, Barret Bunny!
Let's dance.
What do you think, cutie?
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Let's get down to business.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Terra Smash!
Let it rain.
To the fairy! Cut down! Like this.
Oh my.
Hey, look! Do you think that's a resistance fighter? Looks like he's in a tight spot.
Show me what you've got.
Go, Barb!
Go, Baron Bunny!
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Show me what you've got. Train harder.
Thank you so much for your help. I was sent to the front line just recently. I was looking forward to doing my part. Instead, you aren't dressed like resistance fighters. Great! Just the other day, I heard General Goro complaining about how desperate we are for more people. Your support will make a big difference. I'll escort you back to our camp. But first, let me bring you up to speed on our current situation. As you can see, the Resistance are at a constant disadvantage when it comes to open confrontation. The goal of the Shogun's army is to uphold eternity. As for us, vision bearers are few and far between as it is. And because of the Vision Hut decree, the fact we're even able to hold out is thanks to the brilliant strategic mind of Her Excellency. If only I had a vision myself. Not only would I be better placed to share Her Excellency and General Goro's burden, but I'd be able to hold my own on the battlefield too. I couldn't help but notice that you used elements.
He's a special case. He doesn't have a vision, but he can control the elements anyway.
Are you serious? That's incredible. I guess that means you're immune to the Vision Hunt decree. You have to let me introduce you to General Goro. He'll welcome you with open arms. Perhaps I can also make a worthy contribution this way. Of course, I'd much rather prove my worth by the sword. If only taking down Shogunate samurai was as easy as you make it look. Anyway, we shouldn't delay. Let's head off.
Come a little closer.
It's my lucky day. Going somewhere? Finally,
When I practice my spells in weather like this, I can do half the work for double the impact. I'm just teasing.
It's my lucky day.
You've been a naughty boy. You're in for a little shock.
Cut down. Like this.
Don't be such a brute.
Let's dance.
This is what happened, General Goro. I was surrounded by shogunate samurai, and they came to my rescue. They can use the elements without a vision. The Resistance could really use people with that kind of skill. We should bring them in.
I presume you've heard that the goal of the Resistance is to defeat the Shogun's army and repeal the Vision Hunt Decree. This is no easy task. Each who sets foot on the battlefield must be ready to sacrifice their life. Tell me, why do you wish to join us? The Resistance cannot accept any who don't possess a warrior's will. You're referring to the ceremony to mark the 100th vision seized under the decree, right? Yes, we received some news of it here, despite it taking place over in Inazuma City. There was a disturbance, allegedly. Highly unusual considering that the Raiden Shogun appeared in person. Why do you wish to discuss this all of a sudden? What?
Yep, we had a fight with the Raiden Shogun and everything. Then we grabbed the Vision Bearer and whisked him off to safety. After that, they added us to the Army's wanted list. That's why we came here.
Now that you mention it, we did just recover a bounty notice from a Shogunate samurai defeated in battle. It read, "Reward for the capture of a blonde-haired traveler and their mysterious flying pet." So this refers to you two?
What? Who are they calling a mysterious flying pet?
My apologies. I understand your situation well enough for now. On behalf of the Resistance, welcome to our ranks. Her Excellency is currently away from the camp. We don't know where she went, but she instructed us to take care of everything in her absence. I will ask Teppei here to show you around the camp first, and then dispatch you straight to the front line.
Yes, sir. I used to be in the logistics division, so I'm the right person to show you around. I know the setup like the back of my hand. I'll make sure you get a warm Resistance welcome. Let's start with the field hospital. Some of my friends are recovered. Last time I saw them, I promised that I'd introduce any new recruits. When they're finally back on the battlefield alongside us, we'll all be brothers in arms.
Is this a new recruit? Looks like a strong addition to the troop. Hopefully someone I can spar with after I've recovered.
Whoa. Brand new recruit and your first thought is to start sparring with them. You're getting ahead of yourself. That wound of yours isn't something that's gonna clear up in a few days. Teppei, did you bring this one in? How are things on the front line?
Well, the enemy are much stronger than we could have imagined, but we're holding our own. I've been right in the thick of it. At one point, there were a horde of enemy troops surging towards us like the tide, but I didn't flinch. I drew my blade and charged straight into the fray. 4 shogunate samurai, and only 1 of me. But I still managed to fend them off.
Look at you. When did you grow nerves of steel?
This guy stole the show, though. When he saw me tiring and falling back, he burst onto the scene and took down a whole group of them in one fell swoop. They were no match for him at all. I heard he even stormed the vision hunt ceremony, and that the Raiden Shogun herself failed to take him down.
Amazing work, both of you. Still, I can believe most of that, but him facing off against the Raiden Shogun? I think you might be embellishing the story a little there, Teppei. I mean, we've all heard of the Muso no Hitotachi, right? Either way, to tell the truth, with all the losses we've sustained recently, I was starting to lose hope in our ability to hold out much longer. But seeing fresh recruits join our ranks and hearing Teppei's exploits, I'm itching to get myself better as soon as possible so I can get back out on the front line.
Huh. That's a lukewarm epiphany if you ask me. While you're lying there itching to get better, I'm still out there training hard despite my injury. Oh, even though it burst open again yesterday.
It did? Well, do you need me to get you something to dress it with? I heard about a remedy recently that uses wild bugs. All you need to do is grind Onikabuto into powder and it makes a very effective dressing. They say it feels cool on the skin and acts fast to completely cure flesh wounds.
Sure, I'll take one. Thanks.
Sounds a little strange to me. I would have thought wolf hooks would do the trick, but it's your decision.
Well, how about we let our new recruit decide? I'll stay here and make some preparations. If you're a fan of weird and wonderful remedies, please gather some Onikabuto for me. I'll take it from there. But if you're more of a wolf hook advocate, bring some of those instead. Personally, I recommend we try the new remedy. It sounds promising. Thanks for your help. Oh. Never mind. I guess this was probably the safer option. I may need your help in a moment to change their dressings. Here's hoping this'll speed up their recovery. And, thanks for your help gathering the ingredients.
This really hurts when you first put it on. It's a standard remedy, but a dependable one. More importantly, thanks for the fresh dressing. Much appreciated.
You may have skimped a little here, though. I feel like I could use some more. I'm dying to get out of this place. I just want to be back on the battlefield with you.
I don't think it works like that. Piling on extra dressing isn't going to make you heal faster. Especially not when you're sneaking off to go train in the middle of the night. Thanks again, Teppei. And thanks to our new recruit here. Speaking of training, that reminds me. They should be doing some archery practice down at the training grounds right now. Why don't you take our new recruit to go check it out? It'll be a good chance for them to meet a few more of our platoon and settle in.
You got it. All right, let's move out.
Let's see now. I've loosed
Bullseye?
Only one hit the target.
This isn't good. How hard could it be with progress like this?
Seems things have gotten tough. I guess we'll just have to keep
Come on, guys. Less complaining, more training.
Teppei-senpai?
Listen up for a second. I've come to introduce our newest recruit. In battle, he single-handedly slayed multiple shogunate samurai without so much, and that was after interrupting the vision hunt ceremony with a feat of stunning bravery. Not...
Is that true? Perhaps we promised not to take too much of your time.
It would mean a lot.
Oh, you got it.
Well, there you have it. I told you our latest recruit...
Incredible! I think I understand. My posture was off, and I didn't...
Those few, huh? Watching your demonstration was a great help. I learned a lot. At least this time I was able to observe some proper technique. As long as I can retain it, I know I'll become much stronger. Honestly, before this whole conflict came about, my wife and I were leading a quiet life together. The actions of the Shogun's army ignited something inside me. That's why I joined the resistance. Can those of us without visions or combat skills really? There's no use in speculating.
Stay focused. With us holding the front line, you can continue sharpening your skills until you're ready. Now then, let me show you around some other places. Where should we head next?
Sir, we've got trouble. The Shogun's army is attacked. There are still many wounded in the camp. We mustn't let the enemy break through. We'll need your help to hold them off.
What? Impossible. How could they have reached us all? We'd better go assess the situation. A chance for us to prove our worth in battle.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Get those guys, quick!
Come a little closer. Blitz.
Well, we managed to hold them off. We have sentries and patrols posted all around the perimeter here. Unless we have a traitor in our midst. They must have an informant. Feeding them intelligence. Our priority is finding the agent and protecting the camp.
Sir, if I may, I just returned from inspecting the perimeter. It appears that several portions of our defensive... The Shogun's army must have known about this vulnerability and made their way over from the cliffs nearby. Before attacking through the gaps, I suggest we repair the walls and...
In that case, why don't we make this more interesting? All right, that should do it. The Shogun's army will have... Seems I've made another valuable contribution to the resistance. But why does... I thought getting transferred to the front line would be a chance to showcase my abilities and square off with the enemy. Instead, here I am.
Why are you so insistent about being on the front line?
It's just like General Goro said. We joined the resistance because of our warrior's will. There are a multitude of ways to contribute to the resistance, but who wouldn't want to take out a few shogunate samurai given the chance? Anyway, we got more than we bargained for inspecting the camp. Let's report back to General Goro. If all goes well, we might just be assigned a few missions closer to the action.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well? It's nearly time for afternoon tea. When I practice my spells in weather like this, I can do half the work for double the impact. I'm just teasing. My.
Strange. I don't see General Goro anywhere.
We've had a change of plans. The Shogun's army is attempting an advance on the main front. As for us, it's been days since Her Excellency last made an appearance here. The situation is becoming grim. If for now, we can only pray that General Goro will—
We should go to the front line. Our forces need all the help they can get. We're no use to them here. We mustn't let Tatara Suna fall to the enemy.
So, you are the only one here? I thought I might get to meet your grand strategist. She is the one that's been causing our forces so much trouble. The fact the Resistance has even held out for this long is thanks to her. But soon, the Resistance will fall. They are no match for the might of the Shogun's army. Her schemes mean we have already rooted out those behind the Resistance.
I have faith in Her Excellency and in the Vision Hunt Decree is a brutal injustice.
It is futile. I will make you a deal. Hand him over to us, and you'll buy yourself some...
So that's why you brought reinforcements. Just to get...
He is of great importance to the almighty Shogun, but the way I see it, he is expendable to the Resistance.
That's where you're wrong. He means just as much to us. As a member, the Resistance never betrays its own. Her Excellency made that clear to everyone from the very...
General Goro!
Teppei and the Traveler. It would appear our...
Well, we meet again. This time, I won't let you get away. I thought that you would seek refuge with the Resistance in the hope of receiving asylum. That you choose to show up here proves that you have more bravery in you than I had originally thought. And now that you're here, why not represent the Resistance in a fight of honor?
A fight of honor? What's that?
Before the battle begins, each side chooses their finest warrior for a match of single combat. To the superior force, there's little significance in such a duel. But her motives are clear. She wants to use the match as an opportunity to capture you. Do not feel compelled to participate. We could take the fight to them without such a ceremony.
Well, what do you think? Will you fight?
Remove all threats to eternity! By order of the almighty Shogun!
Be wary! You're up against a powerful opponent!
You got this!
Battle formation!
There's more than one round! Keep it up!
I've lost!
Look! That's 2 rounds in a row! The Shogun's army is not invincible! We can win! The soldiers are rallying! Your warrior's will is bringing them hope, Traveler!
I've been bested.
Stronger than I anticipated. This contest has... Soldiers, attack! Glory to the Shogun and her everlasting reign!
Prepare to engage! All of you, with me!
Excellency!
The wait is over, my comrades. Now is our moment!
Calm as the breeze, my lady.
I just hope you can afford all these mercs you've gathered!
Kazuha!
We meet again, old friend.
Retreat!
All forces, retreat!
Greetings. Well, this is the first time we've met. I am Sangonomiya Kokomi, organizer of the Resistance, and also the Divine Priestess of... Perhaps it's the first time you're hearing that. I've actually heard all about you from Beidou and Kazuha. I hadn't expected to find you join the Resistance, though. Do you have a plan beyond this point? In that case, shall we continue our conversation at the... Although the Shogun's army has retreated for now, the war is far from over. The Vision Hunt Decree has not been repealed, and neither the Tenryou Commission nor the Raiden Shogun show any sign of stopping. In short, I suggest we move to the shrine to discuss our counterplan. Let's say...
Can I come too? I know Watatsumi Island very well. I can carry...
Goro, thank you for all you have done. Our forces are weaker than the Shogun's army, and my absence can only have made the recent days. I'm afraid I must still ask you to stay a while longer, to keep eyes on the Shogun's army and also to see to the...
Well received, Your Excellency.
I must return to Sangonomiya now. I have a few things to attend to. Thank you for all your efforts so far. From Fight for the future of Inazuma.
Quick!
That tingle?
Yeah!
That tingle?
Yeah!
That tingle? That tingle?
No escape!
That tingle?
Finally done.
What's one more?
My blade!
There's more!
You've been a naughty boy.
I can keep this.
To the ferry! Finally, to the ferry!
That tingle!
My.
You win this battle.
Perfect weather for sipping a cup of tea while gazing out the window.
Aha! There you are! Good to see you. Your appointment with Sangonomiya is fast approaching. We should get going. Are you ready? We'll start by heading to the camp on Watatsumi Island, and then we'll go meet Her Excellency together from there. If you start to feel seasick at any point during the trip, let me know straight away. That said, you've spent time with the Crux fleet in the past, so... Ready? And away we go!
come a little closer.
Let's dance.
Here we are, the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from Watatsumi. Some of them are fighting with the Shogun's army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are stationed here on the island to keep the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the instructors, so they had me start off by helping in the logistics division. I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, just come here. If I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. As soon as I see it, I'll come find you. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island some other time. For now, let's get ourselves over to Sangonomiya.
So, Sangonomiya is the name of the place where Sangonomiya Kokomi lives? Huh. Let's go check it out. Go, Barbara, go!
Sangonomiya Shrine is a sacred place where offerings to Watatsumi.
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood. I will think of a way.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things are going to get better.
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is, they're doing us a great service. Huh? Teppei, what are you doing back on Watatsumi Island? Might I ask who?
VIP guests of Her Excellency, that's who. I'm acting under orders to escort them both here.
Oh, really? Wait, so are you the new recruit everyone's been talking about? Strength of 20 men, splits an arrow in twain from 100 paces, skin as hard as diamond. That's you?
Seriously? What is going on with these rumors?
You've come a long way. I'm sure you must be here on pressing business, so I won't disturb you any further. Feel free to visit me if you have any time to spare. Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about a third-party supporter? What was it?
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great deal of supplies. Thanks to them, we can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need to openly confront the Shogun's army on the front line. I am not without my doubts about the whole affair. But Watatsumi Island is hardly affluent, and these supplies are a much-needed lifeline for us. The sender's conditions were also reasonable. They simply ask us to dedicate ourselves fully to fighting against the Shogun's army. Whatever other motives they may have, we are at least aligned on this. So let's consider them an anonymous ally. Naturally, we shouldn't let our guard down. If you discover anything out of the ordinary, please report it to me at once.
Your Excellency, does this mean that the food at the front line is gonna get any better? I was at the field hospital the other day, and everyone was begging for some barbecued meat.
Don't worry. I've already made arrangements for that. Everyone will have their fill of meat. But to be clear, still no alcohol.
That's fantastic!
I understand how hard it's been on everyone. The Resistance Army's rations have barely changed at all since the Vision Hunt decree was first. I will discuss this with the Logistics Division to see what further improvements can be made. However, our supplies are still limited.
When will the Vision Hunt decree finally...
That's the question. And I'm afraid the mere existence of the Vision Hunt decree is baffling. The Tenryou Commission's zealous support for the decree seemed to come out of nowhere, and I suspect the Vision Hunt decree won't end. Traveler, to confirm. Good. Then I hereby appoint you as...
Whoa, what? Swordfish too? Is this the same... It's hard enough getting into a special ops unit at the bottom rung, let alone...
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I firmly believe that with your wisdom, courage, and strength, you can lead your team.
Great! So when do we...
The members of Swordfish 2 are currently on standby in a valley to the southwest. Ronin have been causing trouble down there lately, and we need a special operations unit to eliminate them and stabilize the rear guard. I have already written your appointment letter, which you'll need to show them on arrival. The Special Ops unit comprises Watatsumi Island's elite soldiers. They can be a little...
What about... I want to make a contribution...
Of course. I'll arrange something and brief you short.
All right! One successful operation coming right up!
Okay, sure. Well, be careful out there. Don't push... Well, Traveler, let's move out.
Ah, you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation precedes you, and the appointment letter is all in order. But I still have my doubts.
About what?
I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead us.
You mean, like, a duel?
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. But this time, we've got a better way. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for us, we'll take that as a measure of your strength.
All right, let's show them what you're made of.
How's this?
I'll protect us.
Blitz.
How's this? Shoot the fairy. The fairy.
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course. But still, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of Swordfish 2. This is Yoshihisa, a fellow. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your orders.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. That said, the ones over there are tougher. And
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's army on the front line. We can't let these guys mess up things at the...
You. Don't be such a brute.
That's not even all of them. They have 2 more camps nearby. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide backup or abandon them and escape on their own. But Captain, that would put you in great danger. If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too risky.
Yep, the Traveler eats amateurs like these for breakfast.
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go and rendezvous with you on completion.
It's my lucky day!
You've been a naughty boy.
Finally,
No one escapes by
Surrender and be gentle.
Terra Smash! To dust!
You went down this like this.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you? Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and...
Captain!
Captain, the other 2 camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Great! We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look up to us, too. But what's next? Let's go back and check with Kokumi.
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at them until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
Today's no good for going out.
How was it? Did your initiation go smoothly? I'm sure you're playing it down a little. Kotoku and the others put you through your paces, I presume, but with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
You bet! We sure showed them who's boss!
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence. Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against the Shogun's navy. He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored his wishes. Now, speaking of assignments, I have a special mission I'd like to give you.
A special mission?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tatarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason. Stranger still, the Resistance army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army, and also with Watatsumi Island. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him, then pick a day when the weather's good to set sail for the islands.
Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him.
Long time no see! So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone? Well, you're in luck. because this seasoned veteran's got a few leadership tips for you. Raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile.
Wow! Where'd you learn all that, Tepe?
I read it in a novel from the Eye Publishing House. It was a long time ago.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army?
Ha ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right, I'm learning military management. You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, I have officially been made the captain. It's a brand new unit, Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go collect them together once they're ready. Oh, I can't wait to put them on. We're really gonna look the part. Ah! Everything's going great. Our mystery sponsor supplies have really helped turn things around.
Will Paimon get a uniform too?
Of course. You're a recognized member of the Watatsumi Island Resistance.
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there on the double. All right, I'd better go. See you again soon. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll overtake you if you're not careful.
Ha! In your dreams, mister!
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my game right now. This is my time to shine.
Paimon's so surprised that Tepe's been made a platoon captain. He must have been working super hard. Let's take a break, then go check out these Archon war ruins.
General Goro around, even on the front lines. Nothing bad will happen.
Perfect weather for sipping a cup of tea while gazing out the window.
Suspicious is going on? Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find. These electro monuments look a little suspicious.
Come a little closer.
it drawn out by the electro energy?
Go, Baron Bunny! Bet you can't keep up with me! Get him! Not so hard! Get here! Let it rain! Not so hard! Go, Baron Bunny!
Phew! Glad that's as monsters go. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going.
Wow, this is a surprise. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and clear any threats in this area on the way back.
Are you alright there, buddy? You're looking slightly the worse for wear.
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought I'd come and take a look. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for nothing.
Pepe, don't you think there's something strange about this?
Now that you mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi? Who's that?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as...
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash?
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance when Orobashi attacked civilization. The Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the... All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurais. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't... Hey, don't worry about me. Peak condition.
Pepe's sure made some big progress if he's already... Let's report back to Kokomi.
Let's dance. Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Well, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in time to save them.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms... No! Surely he can't have... let's go check on him.
Yeah! Terra Smash!
It would be no good if we were misunderstood.
Yeah! Terra Smash! Yeah!
Oh. Hey, guys. What? Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details. Well, fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. Things I never would have dreamed I could do when you first met me. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resist. It wasn't long after you were made captain of Swordfish 2. I met these mysterious people. Said they were with our supporters. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, see, it's just like a vision, isn't it? Delusion. Oh God. So, what's the difference between a delusion? Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of unknown origins would come with its risks. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after. Hey, when our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here, and we can... What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right.
Tepe! Hey! Where are you going? Hey!
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less...
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Okay. I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is to organize an operation if we want to stop them. It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgent, if we spend any longer amassing...
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were... Not many places meet these criteria. I'm not going to stop you. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Huh? You mean to the Delusion Factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Ready when you are.
Freeze! Let's spark things up a little.
No one escapes my sight!
Cool it!
Looks like I went too far. Detoxifying heat! Yeah! You need to hurry up!
Ouchie!
This one! Fuel's clogged!
Dodge this!
Glow!
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal
Come on, honey!
Let's move! See that?
You can't run!
Wait a second! Are you getting this from Rito?
Be a killjoy!
So the Conjure Commissioner...
Dodge this!
The merrier!
Blink! Blitz!
Oh, now you've got me worked up. No escape! Look at me. Just once more. Yikes! It looks dangerous! We'd better watch our step or we might get hit!
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers! Be a killjoy! You'll never get out of here alive! This should be fun! Can't run! Well, cool. I see through you! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! Stay hard! You can't run! Well, let's not waste time. Don't be a killjoy! Not breaking a sweat! My work! You can't run! Well, try. Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in
Is that
time.
all you got? You can't run! Just catch Now this idiot must have a death wish!
Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
Surrender in allegiance.
You need to hurry up.
This is Her Majesty's gift. I'll protect you. Yeah. Go, Barb.
Cook this.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
Winter shall eventually.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor? Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting? You're getting all worked up over.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? They were always going to. Do you have any idea how you? Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off for just a small price. They get the feeling.
So, the Fatui started the vision of.
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's not just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment. Then the more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you recognize me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come...
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon!
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the Balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you... Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the Balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Songonamiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a
hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to, since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, and since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she...
So, that place...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, she shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving... This is the approach A has come up with for realizing... You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view, the grand notion of eternity she once held, and ultimately, her eternity is The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt Decree. So do I. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world.
So this is your plan, not by talking her out of...
You're a fast learner. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember that you have piqued her in...
Has no one else ever been in...
None. No. Your existence is...
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you...
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program. Just for you. Come along.
Another bad one? No, let me try again.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun. It'll give you a chance to figure out her move. The aim is to try to not...
Good luck.
such a brute.
What's the hurry?
Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go! Go, Barbara, go! Ow! Ready, steady, go! I'm fine.
wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
La da 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 da. Everyone is working super hard. We should be too.
Freeze!
You mean, perhaps it's because...
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both... At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I have chosen the latter because then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head.
Aw, Miko.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly Anyway, that's enough chit-chat.
There's a part 2?
Cool it! Oh, so soft.
No escape!
Let's dance. You're in for a little...
Freeze! What's the hurry? Cool it! Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. What's the hurry?
We're finally done! How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination in your heart.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish, too.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary, it is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another—
All of this setting, you're entertaining guests!
Are you? Over here! The more...
You've been a naughty boy.
Freeze! Dodge this!
Look at me. Just once more.
What's the hurry?
Go, Baron Bunny!
No pain, no gain.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must...
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity. Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in...
Rebellion? What are you talking about?
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some... Don't even think about trying...
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted...
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but he reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun, how could he ever even dream of acting against...
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well, and so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? He will have to come...
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was so scary! But evidence of the Tenryou...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not entirely...
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of these before.
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth.
Is this the professional you were talking about? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Oh, wow! A ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's...
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the but since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun... Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Let the show begin. Toma, you there? It's us. We're back.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt Decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion. But it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt Decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when—
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya. Yoimiya, we need an extra-large firework. The super-duper big kind.
Extra-large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really souped-up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. May as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also,
why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Don't worry, it's just a firework. Come on, what's the...
We'll give it a try. Thanks, Yoimiya. Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to wait
Okay. I need patience and the willpower to move mountains.
President Sung. I understand.
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
You! The warrant is for your arrest!
Oh no! Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside. After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay? Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me. Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
My apologies.
Well, how did it go? Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much. I feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious. Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Gujiae was right. They have been fomenting unrest. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiae. I trust you will have a plan for the next. I will also gather some people to try and root out the.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiae.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for our meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the...
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days. Have you—
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my— So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery. I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or the situation on the front line. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention? Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun, too.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all— This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Hold on, Traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct? You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the— Take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the Traveler.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
What's the hurry?
Inazuma, I'm not sure this is going to future.
You followed me here? Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested. Good.
Master's orders.
Hey!
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Dodge this!
I must withdraw.
What's the hurry?
Cool it! I must withdraw.
Freeze!
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy this too much.
No escape!
Don't get frostbite.
Cool it! I must withdraw. I must withdraw. I must teach me a lesson. Show me what you've got!
Freeze!
Get him!
You're in for a little shock.
Let it rain! Go, go, Fairy Bunny!
Quiver!
You're in for a little shock.
Soldiers!
Surrender now.
This moment will be frozen in time.
No one escapes by sight!
Yeah.
I dare you!
Strike!
Allow me to strike first!
Come a little close. You're in for a little shock.
Show me what you've got!
Get him!
Battle formation!
Cool it!
Flash! No turning back!
Oh, so sorry.
I must withdraw.
Dodge this!
Let it rain!
Train harder.
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane?
Master!
Go on, ask him! Don't—
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me—
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters?
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master.
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report...
He just came right out and admitted it!
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. And all they requested of me in return was to see... For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by So. When it appeared to me to be an...
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve? When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble. After all, none can contend with the supreme power.
Yeah! He doesn't worship the right—
But Master, ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, but it's clear to me now, you hypocrite!
Selfishness? I am...
Hate to say it, but
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past, but I chose to obey the Shogun. But now I realize that the path of eternity is one, so I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this.
Stubborn and futile. Report to the Shogun if you so. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku.
Signora's the one behind all this? Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she...
Sara stormed off! You can say that again! Alright then, let's...
I'll race you there. Bet you can't keep up with me. I'll race you there. I'll race you there.
What's going on?
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujusara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow. Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for, Almighty Shogun? Do correct me if I'm wrong. That's ancient history. You certain that Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in these other mundane details you insist you stop me. For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing before you go saying something you can't take, charging into Tensuk. I'm not sure.
I challenge you to a duel before.
Proceed.
My, you're full of surprise. I'll admit that I never you are aware. Then I will deign to a lesson on harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Detestable.
Cool it.
Let's spark things up a little.
Into the frozen void.
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me! Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler! You have reason to be afraid.
Freeze! Dodge this! Freeze!
No one escapes my sight!
Dodge this!
The pale flame smolders! Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated!
Freeze! Dodge this!
Immolation! A cherished agony. Do you feel it? A little. Yeah.
Cool it!
Dance, my pretties! Not every wound will heal!
Don't push your luck! Freeze! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Come a little.
Cool it! What's the...
Must burn!
Dodge this!
Go, Barbara!
So strong, but how? I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure... The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma... Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you! are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness. One strike from the Shogun and now Senora is gone! She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up! Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels unsettled. Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat. So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshukaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
So we meet again. Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspiration. Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will. So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me. Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler? Inferior.
Freeze.
Inferior. Strike dead!
Oh, so sorry.
Evasion is futile.
Let the show begin.
Cool.
This ends now. Inferior.
No one escapes my sight!
Don't be such a brute. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
What's the hurt? Dodge this! Ah! Freeze!
You are an enemy that requires special attention. Inferior.
Don't push your luck.
Inferior. I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. Strike dead! You are an enemy that requires special attention.
No!
Instabilities will be removed. Inferior. I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. Inferior.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
I hope we can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Let's dance.
Thunder!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Your verdict is decided.
Dodge this!
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Let it rain.
All will be severed.
Ready, steady, go!
Freeze! Cool it!
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Don't get frostbite! Freeze!
No one escapes my sight.
All will be severed.
Push your luck! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze!
No escape.
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Dodge this! What's the hurry?
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something... Is this the lesson you learned from your... There are nations where humans cast... So are we to just abandon the...
You and I have both witnessed the eternity. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever.
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed.
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine...
Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra, but I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to your... It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I... have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last...
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries, so it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, seeing you again is a change to eternity.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that...
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward...
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished? Gotcha. Paimon was so... Maybe the reason Yaimiko is looking...
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just joking.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous, defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
You did... for once...
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, well, so... Really?
You intend to travel all over Tevat, and the time has come for the Ina. As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any... What would you like to know about? Are you sure? Okay, then keep it safe. There was me thinking...
Who in their right mind...
I see. Your ambition should be some... Perhaps the reason you do not continue on your journey.
Narukami, please. See that he stays safe.